Hello all, welcome to my channel Science Hub exam series with Priya. So again I'm back with a new video and I hope you all are doing well. So in my previous video we had spoken about how to score good marks on examinations, that is your 10th board examinations basically. So some common points we had discussed. Okay, so let's start from there. Let's start the video from there and let us see in this video like section wise, because in science there are three sections, right? Chemistry, bio and physics. So section wise, in what all areas we have to focus. So the whole video is all about that. So please watch the video till end to know all the informations. Okay, so let's start the video. Okay, so here you can see this is the strategy that we had discussed in our in my previous video. Now let's move ahead with section wise. So our first section in science is chemistry, right? So in chemistry we have some areas that we need to focus, and that will eventually lead for smart work and you can gain a very good marks. Okay, so the first point here you can see is focus on chemical reactions, equations and formulas, because the first chapter is chemical reactions and equations, right? So there are many reactions, many equations, okay, and formulas that you have to keep in mind, because you can get a good amount of scoring marks from this chapter. Okay, and the types of reactions, if you keep in mind the types of reactions, like combination reactions, displacement reactions, double displacement. Okay, so all the types, if you keep in mind, it will be easy for you to remember the equations as well. Yes, because the chapter is whole about all the types of reactions. Okay, now the next point is acid, bases and salt is a very easy chapter and a scoring topic, because like I said, it is easy conceptually, or it is this the content of this chapter is little bit easy. Okay, if you know what is acid, what is bases, what is salt, and their reactions have been given with different compounds, right? So you can get good, you can get an ample amount of marks from this topic. Okay, so you need to focus on this chapter as well. Then what you can do is on daily basis, like my third point is telling you that you have to make proper notes on all the reactions. Okay, and these revision notes will assist you in last minute preparations, because it happens there are so many reactions and equations and formulas that you tend to forget it, right? Yeah, under exam pressure sometimes you forget it, or you have so many reactions that you forget. Okay, so what you can do is, whatever reactions you're studying, whenever you're studying, please make a note of it, and just for give a 10 minutes or 20 minutes of time on it and just see it. Okay, like, or write it once, wherever you feel like you can just write it once, so that daily basis revision is done. And again, if you do it on daily basis, you give 15 to 20 minutes of time, practice the reactions, then you're done, because there is not nothing comes out of a textbook, right? So whatever is given in your course book, follow that equations and you're good to go. Okay, then understand the periodic table. Okay, now periodic table will not be under CBSE syllabus. Okay, so it's for Bihar board basically. So in Bihar board there is a periodic table chapter as well. Okay, so in that chapter is again very easy, wherein you have to know about the periodic table, the history of periodic table. Okay, and also how the modern periodic table was developed. Okay, also you need to know about few elements, not whole of the periodic table you have to study there, but you have to know the rules, like some basic rules that is given in this chapter. Okay, we'll go in this chapter and study more about it. Okay, so those rules you need to keep in mind. Okay, and the history, like I said, how the start of a periodic table actually happened, who was the first person who did it, then who carried on toward a step forward. Okay, and how did our modern periodic table come. Okay, so all these things you have to study there. So it's basically theoretical only, so you can just understand the concept and you can get a very good amount of marks from here also. Next is focus on carbon compounds and their nomenclature containing functional groups. Okay, so yes, in carbon compounds you have to remember the nomenclature, you have to remember the homologous series that is present, the functional groups what we say is present. So all those things if you keep in mind, again you can get good marks, because questions will evolve around these topics only from the chapter. Okay, so this was about chemistry. Let's move next with the section 2, that is biology. So in biology basically we have many diagrams that we have to keep in mind. Okay, whether it's from life process chapter. Okay, because you have there in life process you have heart diagram, right? So all these diagrams you have to keep in mind. From reproduction also you get diagrams, right? So the main focus will be on diagrams, because diagrams is basically will come for 5 marks with a proper labeling structure, and you can easily get it, right? You yes, so please practice diagram and also labeling them properly labeling should be done, because the invigilator checks the labeling as well. And don't scribble and draw something else. Okay, just draw a neat diagram, because we all are excuse me, because we all are not all cannot be that good in drawing, right? But yes, we can try that. It should be neat and clean, and the labeling should be appropriate. Okay, so next is practicing new terms on daily basis, because in biology, right, when like you go from chapters to chapters, what happens is you get to hear about new terms, right? Like for example, inheritance, genetics, right? So all these terms when you hear about, you have to know like what it actually means. Okay, so when you remember those terms, obviously answering for you in the examination would be very much easier. Okay, then the third point here I have mentioned is thoroughly prepare Mendel's experiment and understand the traits of inheritance. Okay, now this is from the chapter evolution, right? Inheritance and evolution. So here also Mendel's experiment is very much important from this chapter. Okay, so you need to remember that, and also the traits of inheritance. Okay, then also from life process chapters you have many different because in the body you have different organs, so you need to know the different functions, like how which organ functions. Like for example, they may ask you a question that you have to draw a neat diagram of heart, label them, and also explain the procedure of circulation in heart, right? So you need to be clear like how the circulation happens, from where the blood enters, from where it goes out. So all these things you have to keep in mind. Okay, so in those areas also, if you work on, like if you know the function of liver, if you know the function of heart, lungs and everything, or the whole intestine system, you are good to get a very good amount of marks from this chapter as well. Okay, so that was about biology. Next, let's move ahead with physics. Okay, now in physics there will be lot of what we say, numericals, right? Whether it's refraction and reflection of light, or whether it's human eyes, or whether it's electric current or magnetic effect on electric current, all these chapters is going to have good amount of numericals. Okay, just give me. So here you can see solve numericals on daily basis. So you need to solve numericals because there are a lot of numericals, and of course yes, you will get the numericals only from the course book, not outside that. But only what happens is they may change some numbers, they may change some scenarios, and they can twist and ask you the question. But if you know the core concept, you can easily go and solve it, right? Then also you need to practice a few diagrams also as well in this section, like lines of magnetic field around a solenoid, bar magnet, electric circuit diagram is also very important, AC and DC generator. Also image formed by lenses and mirrors are very much important. Okay, then from human eye, The human eye diagram is also very much important. Okay, glass prism image formed, like how is the image formed, if there is any defect or correction in the vision, how the image will be formed. So all these are important questions from both the chapters, that is light reflection and refraction, as well as human eye. So you have to practice this, try to practice this. Okay, then what you can do is conceptual and formula based questions are mostly asked in the examinations. Okay, so like I said, because major of the part is like you get numericals, right? Now numericals, how will you solve? Once you know the formulas in proper way, you can put the numbers into the formula and you can calculate, right? So you must know like how the formula, like how you have to change the formula as well in sometimes, because sometimes you know the value of one thing and you don't know the value in the question, you don't know the value of some one or the other variable, right? So in that case, what you need to do is you need to know the formula, how you can shift, how you can multiply, how you will divide, where will the values go. Okay, so all these things you have to keep in mind, right? So if you're focusing on these points from all these three areas, okay, I'm not telling that give 1 hour for chemistry, give 1 hour for biology, give 1 hour for physics, no, because if you do that, you have other subjects also to concentrate, right? You have social studies, you have English, you have Hindi, you have whatever is your language, preferred language, you have those to remember, to learn as well, right? So what you can do is, one day you can pick up some chemistry chapters, one day you can pick up some physics chapters, one day you can pick up some biology chapters and just practice. Okay, and one main important thing is, whatever you practice today, tomorrow please revise before moving ahead. Okay, so that is also going to help you a lot. Okay, so this was it for the three section. Now in my next video I will be covering like what is the plan. I'll just tell you how I'll give the videos is, first we'll move with the first chapter. In the first chapter, first we'll start with MCQs, then 2 number marks questions, then we'll move with 3 numbers, 5 numbers. Also in some examinations 6 marks numbers also come. Okay, so all these things will cover chapter wise. Okay, and I'll play make a playlist of it, so you all can practice the questions, and all will be from the coursework. I will twist and turn and also give the questions, so that it will be a proper revision for you all. Okay, so this is it for today from my side. Hope you enjoyed the video. So please like, share and subscribe my video. And if you have anything for me to explain, you can write it in the comment box, and we'll come soon with the next video. So till then, bye bye, take care and have a nice day.